Field of Dreams just recently celebrated its 30th anniversary, and being a big fan of baseball, and because I had to watch it for my film class this summer, I decided to do a video essay on it. For those of you who haven't seen the film, I highly suggest you turn off the video, watch the movie, cry, and then come back to the video for my analysis of the film. Still here? Great. Here's my analysis of Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams is a movie that is about relationships, forgiveness, family, redemption, and the power of belief in the spiritual. Kevin Costner's character, Ray Kinsella, is a man who had a troubled relationship with his father, and he has never quite forgiven his dad or himself. The movie begins with a narration detailing this troubled relationship. The only things that Ray has left of his father are bitter memories and his love of baseball. Ray hears a voice while he is performing his farm tasks, and you know this line even if you think you don't. The voice whispers, Ray was very curious about what the whispered phrase meant. He had a dream of building a baseball field on his farm, thinking that the voice mentioned earlier, was Shoeless Joe Jackson, his father's favorite baseball player. Ray builds the field, and even though Joe Jackson shows up on the field and starts to play baseball, Ray's belief is constantly being contested by increasing stresses, both financial and spiritual. Ray gets a call from the mysterious voice to find the writer, Terrence Mann, and ease his pain, all the while the bank is threatening to foreclose on his farm due to the inadequate space left to farm that is being taken up by the baseball field. Ray goes cross-country to fulfill his quest. Part of the reason for the quest, as described by Ray to his wife, is the need to not become like his father. Ray eventually explains to Terrence that he has lingering feelings about his father dying without ever having met his wife and daughter. He also reveals that he has feelings about he and his father never reconciling. His cross-country quest mirrors that of an epic, even so far as him going into a different point in time. Now, usually within an epic, the main character or protagonist goes into what they call a night world, which is essentially this hellscape or this different dimension that tests the character's morals. Now, Ray doesn't necessarily go through a night world, but he does go into this spiritual realm where he confronts another baseball player that he has to help save. What is interesting about the film is the almost theological devotion that Ray shows to his quest. Belief is a major theme of the film. As a baseball fan, I really related to the spiritual aspect of baseball. My own experiences going to baseball games and experiencing the atmosphere is akin to, in my own opinion, that of a church service.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. The Cubs win the World Series. Brian makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10.
Both Ray Kinsella and Terrence Mann recognize the importance of baseball across time as a uniquely American experience. Baseball brings people together, and it is the one constant throughout the history of America. Ray's quest to follow the voice represents the believer in all of us. The filmmakers interestingly show the difference between believers and non-believers. The beginning of the film shows Ray, his wife Annie, and his daughter Karen being able to see the baseball players because they are believers. But as a non-believer, Annie's brother cannot see them. Many of the characters in the film experience a redemption arc. Ray is trying to fulfill his quest and penance of his relationship with his father. Terrence Mann must help Ray along in his quest because of the disillusionment he feels with the world. Joe Jackson is playing baseball to make up for the fact that he was part of the 1919 Black Sox scandal in which the White Sox players took money from a gambling syndicate to intentionally lose the game in the World Series. The film portrays this redemption as another religious aspect of baseball. Terrence Mann even delivers a speech about the way baseball transcends time, much like religious belief, and how it...
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
The timeless aspect of baseball is not only to relate it to religion, though. As Jeffrey Lyons writes, the strongest aspect of Field of Dreams is the bonding between generations. Fathers and sons playing catch across the generations. Baseball does that better than any other sport. I can't look at the scene between Kevin Costner's character, Ray Kinsella, having a catch with his long-deceased father without tearing up. The film is laden with all sorts of powerful emotions, all spun off from its dream-like aura of baseball. This timelessness is evident in the relationship between Ray Kinsella and his father and between Ray and his daughter. The end of the film shows Karen being the one person who convinces everyone that the field will ensure that the Kinsellas don't lose the farm. She does this through the power of her own belief. As a film about a father and son relationship, it really tugged at my heartstrings. The film does an incredible job at showing the doubt, regret, hopes, and dreams of each character. I got incredibly emotional on my last rewatch because of my own troubled relationship with my father and my love of baseball that he passed on to me. As a person who has struggled in the past with his own belief, the film does a great job at portraying the spiritual aspects of the field using iconography. The field at night is lighted, literally making the field a beacon of light in the darkness. The cornfield around the field is the boundary between the living and the dead, and although it can be ominous, it can also be inviting, much like our own mortality and belief. Field of Dreams is a film that tries to show the cross-generational and spiritual aspects of baseball. The power, belief in a higher power, and redemption permeate throughout the film and culminates in the finale when Ray gets to properly say goodbye to his father. Throughout the entire film, Ray thought that he was building the field for Joe Jackson, but he was actually building the field for his father. Through belief, Ray was literally able to make a field of dreams. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my Patreon and also subscribe to my channel. Sorry this video took so long. Been busy with school. Summer classes have just started. And this video is a little more personal than the last couple of videos. The last couple of videos have been a little more political, but I just wanted to review a fantastic film that actually just celebrated its 30th anniversary. So if you have not seen Field of Dreams and you watched through the entirety of the video, I highly recommend watching Field of Dreams. And go Cubs, go!